Hello, Gruffydd here from Gwenyn Gruffydd, and today we're going to be reviewing the Maismore poly nuke. Now I bought this nuke, probably had it a good 2 years, and very similar to Payne's, but it's also very different as well. And the main benefit of this compared to the Payne's really is the feed is on top. It's not in the brood box. So let's have a quick look here. So, lid, put the Maismore brand in there. Feels heavy enough, sturdy enough. And then you've got the feeder on top. So you've got this bit of plastic here, almost like a mini crown board. And you can see here the bees, they do fill that void up with wax, so that's a little bit of a pain. But there's nothing you can do about that really. They will get in there, especially once the nuke box is full of honey or syrup. They will start to put it there. Not ideal, but that's okay. You've got two separate feeding compartments, then you've got this bit and that bit, not one, so that's okay. So say you only wanted to give them a light feed, you can only fill one bay up, that's alright. So I quite like that top feeder. And then into the nuke box then, nothing major to talk about inside here. It's very similar to any nuke box you'd expect. Thickness of the box is quite good insulation properties there. It's got a built-in runner, so you've got the bee space under your lugs. That's pretty good. Looking underneath then, got the mesh floor. That's very important. All my nukes, even on the timber ones, I put the mesh in. That's crucial, especially in Wales, so much damp air and cold. This does keep the bees alive and it makes a big difference to Aurora and the health of the bees. Got little 4 legs there, keep it off the ground. So say you had a flat hive stand like this table, you plonk it there and you've still got the airflow underneath. That's pretty good. Similar entrance. The other two other hives you've seen, it is different to well, not that different to Payne's, actually different to their full size hive, but very similar. Removing the bees, you with the small holes there to ventilation. Obviously it's closed there, but the queen excluded entrance if you want to keep the queen in, and you've got your ordinary entrance there. Sometimes when you don't screw that screw in all the way, this does tend to go loose. So sometimes what you need to do, for them to open right door, whichever entrance you want to use, you just put a pin in there and that can't move then. So overall, I'm very pleased with it. I'm not sure if I like this more than the Payne's. I definitely like the feeder more than the Payne's because you can feed the bees without actually going into the hive. But then they do fill in there with wax and comb. But on the Payne's one, they do sometimes fill the internal feeder with wax and comb. That's really hard to clean out. Because this is separate, that's really easy to clean out. It's no problem. Like with any poly hive, poly nuke, you're putting that outside, you want to strap it down and put a big stone on top to stop this lid coming off. And another good aspect of this, when you're stacking these up for winter, you've got a few Maismore nukes like I've got. The lid is indented so they stack up on top of each other, so you can go quite high without them starting to rock. So they obviously thought about that. That's pretty good. And overall, I'd probably say it's one of the best poly nukes you can buy in the UK. Strong. I've had this for 2 years. It's been in the back of the truck. You can see the dents and the chips in it, but nothing substantial. Hasn't broken, hasn't cracked through. Very strong, and I would recommend buying this if you were thinking of buying a poly nuke. Thanks for watching the video.